Hello everyone, my name is Danny. This review is going to be for the movie called Abominable. This is a 2019 film. It is rated PG. It runs an hour and 37 minutes and it is directed by Jill Colton. It stars the voice talents of Chloe Bennett, Albert Tsai, and Tenzing Norgay Trainer. The description: DreamWorks Animation and Pearl Studios co-production Abominable takes audiences on an epic 2,000-mile adventure from the streets of Shanghai to the breathtaking Himalayan snowscapes. When teen Yi encounters a young Yeti on the roof of her apartment building in Shanghai, she and her mischievous friends Jin and Pang name him Everest, and embark on an epic quest to reunite the magical creature with his family at the highest point on Earth. But the trio of friends will have to stay one step ahead of Burnish, a wealthy man intent on capturing a Yeti, and zoologist Dr. Zara to help Everest get home. This is Abominable. Well, I saw this movie right away on the Thursday that it came out in my town and the local theater that I go to. And I went to the Dolby, and it's obviously more expensive, so there weren't many kids in my theater. There were some teenagers, but I was just surprised they weren't on their phone, to be honest. So it seemed like everybody pretty much enjoyed this, and it's a pleasant film. So, yeah, I'll just start with the voice talents. There's not much you can do to describe this film or anything like that. Um, I will say that everybody that they got into this film, even though it takes place in China, seemed very relatable. There's no heavy accents. There's no craziness. It's a movie made for the general public. That's why it got released worldwide, obviously. So yeah, it's very relatable. It's very understandable. It has lots of good themes, but the voice actors seem to fit their roles, and they all seem to have a pretty good light about them, so that we could actually understand them and enjoy the movie and enjoy the lessons and all that stuff. So we didn't have to get hung up on trying to understand the Chinese kind of American accent, which I kind of thought I liked. So um, I don't really know what I'm talking about when it comes to graphics and all that stuff, but I will say that this is one of the better movies I've seen with it. The characters look pretty vivid. Like the human beings, their skin, their features. You can tell a lot of what they're doing just by their facial expressions and stuff. I mean, this is animated, so you have to, kind of rely on all that. And I appreciated, a lot of the different graphics, especially with the colors and the scenery and the pictures. Um, a lot of this movie has to deal with kind of a picture kind of mode, because our main character Yi is kind of, she kind of remembers things with her father in picture mode, and so it's more like memories and stuff, and even that stuff looked good, but just the stuff that they're dealing with Everest and everything, with their adventure, it just really kind of looks really good. And I think that's what kept interest in this movie, because here we'll kind of move to the other side here. Um, the storyline of this is has been seen before. We will say that. The whole time I was thinking about um, the old one that we're used to with the animals and their adventure. Chance the dog, and everything, how they have to find their way to San Francisco and stuff like that. Or Ice Age, when they have to, the first one, when they have to deliver the baby to his parents and they're trying to catch up with them and everything. Just a lot of different versions of this I think we've seen before. So this one, they're trying to get a lost Yeti somehow got to this point. I won't give that away, but it's right at the beginning of the movie. And they're trying to get him home while people are trying to find him. There's lots of different versions of this. And so right away, about half an hour into the movie, you've seen a lot of the trailer stuff if you see any previews at all for this. And so that stuff's a little, not surprising, not exciting. And then it gets into the storyline and it gets them kind of out away from their city finally and get going on the adventure. I would have appreciated more of the movie being focused on the adventure, have them have more things happen to them. Everything goes really quick. And I'm not going to give that away why that is, but because that part's cool, why it gets rushed. But I just would have appreciated more of the movie being focused on the adventure, more humor, more adventure, just more stuff, just more. And they spend too much time on this movie just talking, and it gets a little boring, especially during the beginning until it gets going on the real point. So I just give that fair warning, and so like I said, there weren't many kids in my theater, but this being for kids, I think it's going to be a struggle for them to watch. I think it's going to be a little bit boring, a little bit, not really, really, really funny. But it gets there. And so when it gets there, it's wonderful. We see in the preview, so I'm not giving anything away, but the Yeti's kind of magical, and it really is amazing what they do with that. It's breathtaking what they do sometimes. So I like how it's handled. I like how the Yeti has a personality. I like how the Yeti is able to understand some feelings and stuff. And I think that really helps the movie as it goes. It gets a lot better. It gets a lot more exciting. It gets funny, and it connects the characters. As it goes. It just takes a long time. So I really enjoyed this movie. I really want people to know that it's a good movie. And the idea is common, but it's original with a Yeti. And we've seen some other Yeti movies in the last couple of years, so that kind of hurts it. But it's nice. And it has a nice music soundtrack. It has some nice songs. It has great themes. It has great messages. And really, it's fine for anybody to watch. So I'm going to give Abominable a B. I think it's very worth it. I think it's very worth anybody's time. You just gotta kind of be like me and kind of work your way through the struggle. I think it would have been better for me if I would have gone to a theater with, just completely sold out were the first two showings. So I had to go to the third showing. And I think it would have helped to go to more of a full theater where people were reacting to funny things and they were enjoying the characters and stuff. But I didn't get that experience, so I didn't feel the full effect of this. But I think I pretty much got the picture by watching it. With maybe a little bit older crowd when we all were enjoying it, but I think we realized what the movie really is. So I think a B is a fair grade, and I hope if you want to enjoy something that's a little bit musical, very impressive music by the way. If you want a little bit musical, a little bit funny, a little bit adventure, this is the movie for you. Give it a try, and maybe you'll enjoy it even more than I did. So, thanks a lot, guys. My name is Danny. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and give some of them a watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would, and enjoy your movies. Thanks.